Hey gang, it's Will from Tested.
And it's Norm from Tested.
And today we're joined by Bonnie Burton.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Burton from Bonnie Burton.
Bonnie,
Yes.
You've done a lot of stuff.
Yes.
You are on Vaginal Fantasy every month.
Yes, which is a book club. That's not
Yes,
an
for people who don't know.
ointment or a porn site. It is a romance book club site on Geek and Sundry.
What kind of book club
Or
exactly?
it's not really on Geek and Sundry anymore. It's a romance, so it's. Let me put it in perspective. The month that we're doing, the book we're doing this month is Dinosaur Erotica.
Nice.
So we're reading Eternal Cravings by Nina Bangs. That's her real name.
Wow, really?
And Taken by T-Rex, which is a $1 ebook on Amazon.
So you're looking only at the top tier of, speculative fiction.
This is the Don Quixote of, no, it's pretty bad fiction. I mean, some of it's great, actually, because we do romance books that have more than just vampires and werewolves. We do ghosts, and there's a lot of robot erotica, which I think is good for...
Dragons and robots.
Yeah,
and
there's
cars
no Lego erotica. I feel like
that's very appropriate.
I feel like that's a money-making opportunity. I'm just saying...
the connecting blocks are in public domain now.
I'm just saying Lego fan fiction in a sexy way.
Are you a DJ?
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of brick moments that can happen.
Boy. But speaking of which, Lego, to let people know, this is Lego with Friends. Bonnie, you're a friend?
Yes.
We have Lego.
So here's how it works. This entire week, we'll be building a Lego set. And the first episode is available to everyone on YouTube. You guys watched it before. The rest of the week is going to be on Tested. Tested Premium members, go to tested.com/membership to watch the rest of the week, and also other weeks of builds. We're in the middle of some weeks of builds right now. Some awesome stuff going on.
And wait, if you sign up right now, you get Adam's poster that Adam drew of his ILM era toolbox. You worked at ILM when Adam was there too.
Yeah,
among other things.
I worked at LucasFilm, but ILM and LucasFilm, they're all bunched together.
They were jammed up at
They're
the
all
same
jammed together. When we were at Big Rock, which is part of the Skywalker Ranch thing, ILM was at Kerner Boulevard, which was a strip mall.
Speaking of things that are all part of the family now.
Yes,
Disney, Marvel. We're building the Helicarrier.
This is the biggest set that they have on sale right now, right? It's 3,000 pieces.
It's
2,996 pieces.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, are we doing this all today?
We're going to divide this up.
Oh, okay.
It's 5 days. It's 5 days for them.
Where are the interns? Get the interns. No, I can do this.
You can do this.
I can do this.
It's Lego. It's a children's toy.
I'm OCD enough that I think I could do this.
Yeah. We're all going to work together. We're going to divvy up the bits and pieces.
It's nice to do something that's not Star Wars for a change, because usually when I'm doing Lego with nephews or neighbors...
What's your favorite Star Wars kit, your set?
I loved the Death Star dollhouse, which I know it's not technically
a
dollhouse.
Please.
It's a dollhouse.
This isn't
dollhouse.
crafting, Bonnie.
Ladies,
this is making here.
Ladies, we know. We've played with enough dollhouses to know a dollhouse when we see one. It has an elevator, has rooms.
I'd like to play with the minifigs and have them tell stories.
This is
it had
insane.
a stairway. Didn't it have like
an elevator.
Had an elevator.
Elevator down the middle.
Yeah, that's Barbie.
Norm threw his Super Star Destroyer into mine.
Yes.
Is there a box inside the box?
There's a box inside the box. I don't know what's going on.
That's the
Do you
biggest
need
box.
help?
I'm going to start bringing out. So these are numbered.
Just start throwing them over here.
Okay.
I'll pile them up over here.
Okay,
So
we should order them.
6, I don't know, 3, 6. Oh, I see.
Yeah, see,
I get it. Oh, a lot of gray, a lot of black.
Well, yeah, this is the...
This is no Lego Friends.
We're going to be in the black or dark gray
What is that
territory.
Lego for girls? What's it called?
Lego.
Duplo?
No.
Duplo's for children.
No. There's one Lego for girls, and it was like called Lego Best
Lego
Friends,
right?
Like this.
Yeah, it's pink.
But we're not pink today. We're
not,
gray.
no pink here, guys. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Very industrial.
Wow, look at these giant wheels.
This is a lot of the book.
The book. And then another box.
But wait, there's more.
But it's like a mystery box.
Yeah, why is there...
It's like, let's make a deal.
Norm, I think there's more
remember that
pieces
show?
inside the box.
So let's make a deal.
The
and be
goat's
like,
inside there.
All right. Do you?
No whammy, no whammy,
Do
no
you
whammy.
take? This could either be diamonds, or it could be dead rats. Which one?
I want the dead rats, please.
Do I take it?
Do you take it?
I will, yes.
I used to love that show.
I bet it's filled with Lego.
I loved Let's Make a Deal because he would always give $5 to. He would say, "Okay, anyone got a screwdriver?" And all these women with their giant 1970s purses.
Would somebody whip out
That
a
was my
screwdriver?
mom. My mom was like the Adam Savage of 1970s mom. She had every tool you could ever use in this giant purse.
So I guess you, like, before the TSA, you could do that.
Oh, yeah.
Look
I mean,
at how
if-
thick this instruction manual is.
I dare watch Columbo when there's an airplane moment. When there's and that I just watched Columbo. And they used to have first class. There used to be a staircase on the air.
On the 747.
Yeah, they had a bar. They had a piano on the plane. They would play.
Flying used to be a classy
They
thing
would
instead
play
of a flying bus.
They would play like Neil Diamond hits on the plane. Where's my piano in first class?
You can get a shaken cocktail.
You can't even get a keytar.
When I was a kid, I grew up in the country. I grew up in Northeast Tennessee.
Okay.
And the regional airport. We should go ahead and jump in here.
There's a
Yes.
lot of bags of Lego.
There are a lot of bags.
bags.
We
They're
should
not
start
building
talking
themselves.
while we build.
I see number 11.
And this
So
is
there's
one.
There's number
There's
one.
one. I know,
I
I'm
have
saying-
2 here.
So
There's a 12. There's some
this is 12.
12s.
So
That book is
this
huge.
book is huge.
What number
Will-
kit is this, Norm? I'm
This
downloading
is
instructions.
76042.
60. This would have been a good thing to do before
So
we started.
some kits have multiple books.
Okay.
Some of the big UCS kits, Ultimate Collector Series. This one, unfortunately for us, only has the one thick book with the thick spine. Sometimes they come with like the stapler
Oh, right.
instruction one, and then you can split it up. Like
Like
you take
spiral
book 2,
bound?
and you take book 3.
Do you have your Surface over there, Norm?
I do.
You know,
so
one day Lego will give us robots that come in the box
I know.
that help us.
I just want to
Helper
watch the
robot.
robot build the Lego. That would be amazing.
Like a bender. Like you get a bender with a bender or an R2D2, depending on if you want to drink cocktails while you're doing it.
Is Bender really a helper robot though?
He helps enable. I think he's an
That's true. He's an
more of
enabler robot for sure.
He's an enabler robot. Kind of like C-3PO was an enabler.
What's great about this
Not
kit
that useful.
is that it's
Yeah.
also it's kind of modular.
4 million languages.
Someone's going to start building the base, the stand.
Yeah.
That's like the first 30 pages is building the stand.
Right.
Then someone's
Really?
going to, for example, start building the front part of the hull.
Okay.
So let's start off. Bonnie, do you want to start with the front part
Give
of the
me
hull?
the easiest possible so I don't screw it up.
Okay,
Because I am
so let's start
totally
you off-
paranoid with new experts that I'm going to.
Let's start you
I
off with
mean-
bag 1. Bag 1
Okay, here we go.
is,
Yes.
and then every bag 1 needs to be open
Oh,
at this
there's.
point.
All right. There's
There's
always
multiple
more than
bag
one.
So we'll check also if you have
I
any
do not
bag
have any
ones.
bag. I sorted mine already. I do not have any
That's
bag
quick.
ones.
Okay.
Okay.
So in bag 1, you're going to build the stand,
Okay.
the front of the helicarrier, and also the shield logo.
Okay.
And this front part comes from the unnumbered bag. So for
Okay.
example, that is this front hull. Right
Okay,
here.
gotcha.
So I'm going to give the book to you.
Usually I have a very qualified 7-year-old helping me,
Yeah,
so
I
I'm very
know.
glad that I have an adult doing this.
We are grown-ups and trained professionals.
Here's this, when you work at Lucasfilm long enough, you end up getting a master's in Lego at some point.
Really?
And I did Star Wars crafts on StarWars.com and then ended up writing the Star Wars craft book and then doing a couple drawing books as well. So I did more analog type stuff, not Lego stuff. So it took me a while to understand Lego language.
Well, so this is.
So for parents out there watching this, you're not alone. Sometimes you need experts
Yes.
around, and usually they're shorter
I mean,
and
we
talk
built
faster.
a lot of Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Shorter and we talk
That's
faster.
how I
and-
describe children. They're shorter and talk faster.
They're shorter and better than us in
They're-
every way.
Yeah, they really are. Like at this point, I've become my father, where if I don't understand my phone, I hand it to.
Oh
a
no, no,
9-year-old.
no! You have to resist that as long as
No,
possible.
I had to.
Fight that urge.
Oh,
You always be fighting that urge.
it's the game. It's the app games.
Well, the app games.
My
are
dad still plays solitaire, and I'm slowly.
like the one on
going-
Windows.
yeah, yeah,
Nice. I wish I could get that still.
Yeah.
Norm, are you going to start with bag 2?
I think so.
Do you want me to start? You want to go further down?
No, why don't you do bag 2, Will?
Okay, I have bag
So
2
which
right
one
here.
are you doing?
I'm going
What
to start
parts
on
are
the
you doing?
front of the ship.
Okay.
So,
And this was an Avengers, yeah?
This
Yes.
was the Avengers one. So this is the one with the fan blades that almost kill Iron Man, not the one with the floaty Captain America fascism anti-gravity thing.
And this isn't on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or does it make an appearance on
I
Agents
do
of
not
S.H.I.E.L.D.?
believe
Or does
it
it get blown
does.
up? I can never keep track of what things have been blown up and what
Didn't it
things
get
get
blown up at the
reused.
end of?
Well, at
Spoilers.
this point, if you haven't
Spoilers.
seen Age of Ultron, then
Yeah.
shame on you. You probably went to see Jurassic World. Shame on you.
I haven't seen
Mad
Jurassic
Max.
World.
Mad Max
saw
good.
Mad
Good for
Max.
you.
You haven't seen Mad Max? I've seen Mad
If you
Max.
haven't seen Mad Max, shame on
Yeah.
you.
I haven't seen Inside Out yet either.
Also shame
So you're
on you.
safe on spoilers for Inside Out and maybe Jurassic
If
World.
you haven't seen Magic Mike, oh wait,
Magic Mike.
that's different.
That-
Hold on, Magic Mike, the old one or the new one?
The new one.
Is the new one out?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet either.
I haven't either.
I feel like I know how that's gonna go.
So
Yeah,
this is the helicarrier that's in the Avengers throughout, the singular one, and then at the end of Age of Ultron it also makes an appearance.
But not on Magic Mike.
But not on
There's
Magic
no
Mike.
stripping on this.
No.
Helicarrier.
No.
I don't want
If you want to follow
You have
along,
a person part.
Yeah,
that's,
of course.
that's a Hawkeye. It's a minifig.
I know what a minifig is. Oh my god.
Jeez, Norm, you just mansplained
Oh my god,
minifigs.
you just did
You
this.
said the child thing.
I'm trying to give a little bit of perspective on the show and maybe a different voice than you're used to. I know what a freaking minifig is. Oh my god, I want to punch you right now.
When we worked with
It's fine,
the
you
guy,
can.
the product
It's totally fair
designer,
game.
he called it minifigure. He refused to say minifig. I think Lego employees have to
Here's
call
the
it
thing, I
minifigure.
write for CNET. And I write a lot of Lego stories. I wrote about the Big Bang Theory set that's coming out.
Oh, yeah.
I wrote about the Daft Punk thing that people can vote on Daft Punk for Lego ideas.
Are they
How many volume
characters
ones
or are
you
they?
buy?
Well, yeah, the Big Bang Theory is official. That's
That's
coming
an
out.
ideas one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That was an ideas one that got voted. The current ideas one that I'm hoping becomes a real set is the Golden Girls set.
Oh, I would love that. Is it their house?
Yeah. It's like it's even like a set, so it comes with the little cameras.
So
It's great. It has a little.
I should have known you were a Golden Girls aficionado, but like,
Hello.
yeah,
I want a Murder She Wrote Lego set.
That would be awesome.
Was there ever a Magnum PI Lego set?
No.
I feel like there
know.
should have been. I mean, there's the helicopter, Robin's Nest. There's the car. There's the Dobermans.
I never.
Someone make that. If you were doing Lego ideas and need an idea, Magnum PI.
Well, you also have to actually build it.
Yeah, but how hard can that be? Look at us.
You have to design it. Designing Lego,
hard
it turns
can
out,
that be?
not so easy.
Guys, I'm sorry. It looks like Hawkeye doesn't have any legs.
Well, spoiler alert.
No, I'm going to open my
It's like the end
PDF.
of Dark Forces.
You can go to lego.com, actually download these instructions. It's a 64 megabyte PDF file, and you can follow along and yell at the TV.
Yeah.
Yell at your computer.
That's what
Now,
people
don't yell
do.
at me, though.
You're doing it wrong.
very fragile right now.
You're doing it very wrong.
Can't
the
believe
best-
you schooled me on minifig. I'm not going to get over that.
Figure. I apologize.
This is gross.
Shouldn't you do that when you say that? Like, I think.
Excuse me.
No, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I do this every time I'm on a panel at a convention. I really pay closely attention to the sign language people because I want to know different terms that are nerdy.
Oh, yeah.
And I think nerd is pushing
Like a
up
push
the
up the
glasses.
glass.
I don't know. If you know sign language, tweet at us at some point and let us know if we're wrong or
ASL.
not wrong.
So, do you remember in Superman 1, the Richard Donner one, when
Yes.
they explain to Superman that he's not supposed to push up his glasses with his middle finger?
No.
It's like in the first it's when he first gets to Metropolis and Lois Lane here walking out of the door of the Daily Planet.
Oh, okay.
I saw that as a child. I rewatched it maybe 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Finally, now I understand the joke.
Why?
I didn't know what the middle finger was in the time of my life when I was watching
Gotcha.
Richard Donner Superman.
You have bag one. Will, what bag did you open?
I've opened bag 2s.
What page are you on?
The iPad turned off.
So,
Oh my God.
For
31.
For
Okay.
Lego etiquette, though,
Yes.
when you open a bag, should you keep all the contents of that one
Kinda,
bag in
you
one
know,
area?
It would
and
help.
not
It
in
helps.
another?
It
Okay.
definitely helps.
We usually open as we go.
So there is some madness to this, or method to this madness.
I think the method is more that the numbers should be kept together. But they do kind of, the way they package these,
Yeah.
we speculate at least, the sorting machines kind of put sometimes the familiar pieces to each other,
Yeah.
smaller, the divots, whatever they're called.
Okay.
So for example, like this, I would keep all these together because you
Yeah,
don't want
yeah,
these mixed and those, like the
Right.
small bags
Okay.
for sure.
The dime bag of Legos.
So Will,
Are
your
kids
bag
watching
31,
this? Should I not be doing drug
I'm on
references?
page 31, bag 2.
I think that's actually, Bonnie has the pieces
Oh,
for
Bonnie
that.
has some of those pieces too.
Bonnie
I
has
have
all
one.
of those pieces.
Do you
all of them?
need, Do you
Yes.
need them?
Oh, well then I'll go on.
You need to go on, Will.
Okay, I'll
You
move
need to
on to
go-
where it says open bag 2.
Exact, which is
Boy.
41. Page 41.
Okay, thanks, Norm. I'm glad you're here to supervise.
Yes. I'm the Lego foreman.
I love it. You need a minifig of yourself.
I can go to the store and build
You
one.
know-
Build one for myself.
People, that's one of the things that we've learned over the years is that guys with beards and glasses all look exactly the same. So there's some beard that has a picture of a guy with a red beard and dark glasses on it.
Yeah.
And he wears a keg, like an old-fashioned
Well, here's a hint.
wooden barrel.
Geek girl stuff. Usually, it's a brunette girl with glasses.
That's true.
So
Yeah,
I feel like
the-
they know how to market to us with
yeah.
the Betty Page
But yeah,
sort
the
of
bangs
bangs.
thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
From Big Bang Theory.
No. I mean, like in general, when they want.
But
When I'm
is,
trying
is
to,
she the archetypal Blossom?
Oh,
is that what TV thinks?
She has long hair. You know, it's weird that minifigs for the Big Bang Theory actually have chests. The female characters, they put boobs
What,
on
they're,
them.
like,
They never
they're
do that.
molded?
Yeah.
That's
Sculpted?
unusual.
I know, right?
That
that
sounds
a
like it might be
thing?
contractual.
That might.
I don't.
Do you have contractual things for your Lego minifig?
I don't have Lego minifigs.
You
Thank
will.
goodness.
Yet. Yes.
Custom ones. Will,
Okay.
Yes,
when you go to
Norm?
page 41,
Yeah.
the part of the ship that you're building is the middle section.
Yeah.
Disregard the front part because you can connect. That's what Bonnie's
I
building,
see.
and we'll connect that later. But
Okay.
you were building an entire
my God.
middle section of
This is
the Helicarrier.
So just to be clear,
intimidating.
when we do these and we start out with something that we've never built before, and then we try to figure it out how to break it up as we go, we're just winging it the whole time.
So here's a question. So I do the Vaginal Fantasy Bromance Book Show
yes,
with Felicia Day, who you
Yes.
should totally have on the show at
we
some
would
point.
love to have.
God,
She's in
yeah.
LA,
She's
which makes it a little
amazing.
more challenging.
Well,
but
she comes up to San Francisco quite a bit for like gaming conventions.
Put
and
in a
stuff.
good word
I'll
for
put
us.
in a
yeah,
good word.
put in a good word for us.
Kyla is in Portland, but you have she's another host, Kyla Caseby. But Veronica Belmont, you have had on the
have.
show.
Veronica
exactly.
built a
Mini
she
Cooper.
built the dragon behind you.
Okay.
This and the Mini Cooper.
And she built the Mini Cooper, which is sitting on my mantle at home.
Okay.
Actually.
That dragon's tiny compared to what you're having me build.
So we did.
What?
Just
Let's just.
That's
like this big.
so we did.
We're doing a helicarrier.
We did two things with her. So the Mini Cooper's big. The Mini Cooper's
It better
it's really
be.
good. It's a 16 plus as well.
All
it's not about the
right.
number of pieces. It's about the difficulty.
That's what you do with it. I
Yeah.
know.
The
but
motion
I'm
of
just
the
motion of the
lasers.
Lego, the girth of the helipad.
I don't know. This
Will,
is
can you pass me bag 3? I'm going to start assembling bag 3
4
stuff.
bag 3s.
Okay, great.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna lay these out like this, so I'm gonna be really OCD.
Bonnie, if you don't mind, I'm going to put this stuff on the floor.
Yeah. Put the other bags on the floor. Do I have to take everything out of this one, or just
No,
this
just
part?
just that one. So
Okay.
this number 1 is kind of like the
Like this
go-to.
right here?
Yes,
Is that one of these?
that's one of
Okay, but I only
these.
need one of them.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
That's a plaque, I believe.
Okay.
I
Just don't geek shame me while we're doing this. You
No,
already did that with the minifig. Now I'm paranoid.
We're
now I
good.
feel like
There's
I've
there are
forgotten
no
everything.
surprises. When's
We're
the last time
generally-
you built Lego?
I feel like I've forgotten everything.
It's all good. You
like
can't
the-
do it. This is a room of no judgment.
It's
This
like
is
the
the way Lego
SATs
works.
where you think you're smart, and
my
then you sit
God.
down for the SATs and you forgot the alphabet and multiplication tables.
If you took an SAT now, if I took an SAT now, it would be embarrassing.
I
I
can't do
tried.
cross multiplication. It's
I tried
hard.
to take the U.S. citizen. You need this one? You
I
need
need
that one?
the. I think the norm actually just passed over.
The
Yeah.
U.S. citizen test. It's really hard.
Well, that's not for Americans. That's for people who want to move here.
Right.
Yeah,
Give them a
I
high
don't
bar,
know.
right?
They must be so confused about that whole Confederate flag thing.
I think we're all confused about the Confederate flag. The fact
All I
that-
keep thinking is, well, there goes the Dukes of Hazzard's remake.
I don't know. I thought the thing with the pride flag on top was pretty good.
Just can't they combine them?
What, the pride flag and the Confederate
Yeah,
flag? That might be
Confederate
mixing
pride.
messages in a way that's confusing
put a lot
to
of
a lot of white supremacists.
Sex toy silhouettes all over.
I don't know. I know the ISIS sex toy flag is amazing. I hope
Yeah.
they sell that in San Francisco somewhere. I will totally buy that.
Also,
sure
let
they
people
will.
know we filmed this early in July, late June, early July. So by the time you watch this,
Oh, right.
all our topical references no
Yeah.
longer topical.
We could guess
Yes.
what might be topical.
Man,
This
Hey,
is,
I had no idea Godzilla was real. Did you?
boy, that surprise at Comic Con
when,
was so
when
surprising.
Robert Downey Jr. just stood up on the
Yeah.
stage on Hall 7 and took all his clothes off,
Yeah.
who would have thought that?
Do you think Lego could help rebuild the Golden Gate Bridge after that alien attack? I sure hope so.
The earthquake / alien / apes /
Yeah,
Godzilla.
My commute
Attack?
to Marin
I
really
don't
takes a
know.
long time now.
Here's the thing: when the Star Trek remake came out, the J.J. Abrams one,
Right.
Yeah.
and we realized that the Starfleet Academy, I think, was at the Presidio. It was where ILM was.
Well, it's Starfleet Academy is always in Star Trek.
It's always in
Starfleet
San
Academy
Francisco.
has always been in San Francisco. Oh, no, it's Presidio or Golden Gate Park.
or Sol. No,
No,
not
it's always
Golden
on the
Gate.
shore.
It's always
Yes,
on
it's
the
always
shore.
it's always been in the Presidio.
So it's
I
either
believe.
Presidio.
Yeah.
I thought it was Sausalito for the longest time, but
But they're shot in the 2009 Star Trek. They actually, when they're running out of the academy, it's actually
Yeah.
from the North Bay because
Yeah.
they're looking at the Bay Bridge, the opposite side.
when
So-
Cumberbatch attacks,
When
Right.
Cumberbatch
running
which
out.
attacks.
is I hope happens.
The Cumberbatch.
The great
Cumber-
The Cumber
the-
attack.
The great Cumberbatch incident of Lot 9.
I've had fan fiction on that one. Yes.
Yes. So Starfleet Academy has always been in Star Trek lore. Some part. Ralph McQuarrie did a great piece of concept
Yes.
art of Starfleet.
So you can
he
start,
painted on top of
so
a photo.
this is just showing you what you're going to build.
Oh, okay.
And then start down here.
Gotcha.
And the way the instructions work is it shows you the picture of what you're doing, and then you kind of go from there. So you're building the shield.
There's absolutely no text though, right?
There's
If I
no.
recall.
This is for
kids.
so they don't have to localize it.
It's for kids.
Just
It's for
numericals.
small children.
So they don't have to put it in Arabic.
Just
and
before people
Klingon.
start screaming Esperanto.
Do people know that still? Was that a thing?
It's been a punchline
I feel
as
like
long
it's
as I've known.
I feel like it's the Euro cache of languages.
I'm gonna steal some of these. We're working out of the same pool here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Some of your parts go into my section.
That's fine.
We can do this.
Yeah, so when we did
do
the last
this.
one that we did like this with three people working on the same thing without any real idea of how we were going to divide up the labor was with Patrick
Just like
Norton.
real life.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this is.
I remember, Patrick, when I worked at Revision 3, I believe Patrick and Veronica did a show together.
Yes, Texilla.
Texilla, which was a great show. And I think we did a zombie episode of Texilla.
Oh.
I don't know. I just remember varying states of Veronica looking like she had been attacked on the show.
I got zombie makeup at Future when we worked at Maximum PC once.
Half your face.
Isn't it great
Just
working
half.
for nerdy companies?
Yeah, like weird stuff happens
You
for no
wouldn't get
apparent
this
reason.
working for Wells Fargo. I don't
No,
think
no,
there's
no.
a zombie day, though banks could really benefit from that.
You know what, Norm? I started on page 31 by accident.
You should start on page 41.
Okay, well, I've already done the page 31 stuff.
Okay, you need to give that to Bonnie.
Okay.
Wait, what? I'm on page
Those pieces-
3.
That's why you're taking from her.
Wait.
Her stuff. I mean,
Wait.
if you want to do 31.
Wait.
Oh my goodness.
It's all good. It's
am.
fine.
Okay.
Don't ease
Panic.
back, Commissioner.
Panic.
Okay.
Panic. The disco.
The foreman. If you disappoint the foreman, you're not gonna get work tomorrow.
Well,
Where's the whip?
I'll take an unpaid day. It's
Is there a
fine.
Lego
we'll be
whip?
fine. Oh, you don't even want to know. He does horrible things to us, Bonnie.
Really?
No, it's all good.
So scary.
YouTube thinks we hate each other, but we're really friends.
Oh my God, it's just like Real Housewives.
Kind
Exactly
of.
like
It
it.
is
It's
exactly.
the terrible
That's
housewives.
what I've
Which
always
one's-
thought.
Who's Nene? Are you Nene?
I don't know who Nene is.
Oh, yes, you do.
I know her.
I love it when guys
is Nene
pretend
on The
they don't
Apprentice?
know.
Is she,
Are you
is-
married?
Did she go on the? Yeah, I'm married.
Yeah.
I know all about The Bachelor. I can tell you crazy shit about The Bachelor.
Okay.
But I know very little about Real Housewives.
There's a show on Lifetime. I think it's called Unreal or Unreality or something. And it's about the behind the scenes of what it takes to film The Bachelor. So if you watch The Bachelor
Oh,
and
that's the
film
one with
and
Constance
watch
Zimmer's on that.
That sounds
Yeah.
fabulous.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah, if you watch that and at the same time as The Bachelor, it's very eye-opening.
Because it's all about like instigation.
Well, I have friends that have been on reality shows, and they tell me what you see on camera, unlike this, which is completely real and timed.
The timing is just
Jesus.
to let us know that we're when we need to break for episodes.
Yeah. So
And let us know who's falling
in
behind.
real life,
Not judging.
everything is changed in editing. So be very careful if you sign up for a reality show. Just know if they need a bad guy, they will just make you look bad in editing.
Well, the thing that we always
like if you cry once, you cry throughout the whole show.
Oh my God.
well, because they make you wear the same clothes the entire time.
Yeah,
like anytime you go into
yeah.
confessionals.
If you have a name that can rhyme with, they can create a catchphrase.
yeah.
That's for the promos.
But if you're smart,
Hashtag.
like Nene or Puck, remember him from?
Yeah, that guy was great. That was back when Real World was good.
San Francisco. Look how young he
What?
is. He has no idea who Puck is.
He probably doesn't even know what Real World
So
is.
Real World
Oh,
was the
I never
beginning
watched.
of. So there are two reality shows that were kind of the beginning of reality. It was Cops and
Yes.
Real World,
Okay.
right?
I know
Cops
of.
is exploitative and evil, and so is Real World.
When I lived in Denver, Cops actually went through a neighbor of my brother's.
Really?
Yeah. They
All
just
I
went
know
right
about
through
Real
him.
World is that Judd Winnick was on there and he's a comic book writer.
Judd's amazing.
Really?
If you follow Judd you should follow him on Twitter because he posts a lot of Lego stuff, but he posts a lot of geeky stuff in general.
When was he on Real World?
He was
San Francisco.
From San Francisco.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's still married to Pam, who was
Also from Real World?
Yeah, she was a doctor, a med
That's-
student.
See,
Yeah.
Real World took a turn.
And they still
though.
live here.
Really?
They still live in San Francisco.
This is amazing.
How cool is that?
So
Judd, if you're watching, let's do lunch because I just plugged you.
Real World.
Yes.
Real World is one of those things. Like in the beginning, it seemed like it was a legitimate social experiment, right?
Oh yeah.
And then
The
it
New
very
York
quickly
one.
became
The New York one, the LA one, I think in a way. I think LA was second, third.
I went to high school with a girl who was on Real World San Diego, who is
Yeah.
now famous, and I don't like her.
Oh no.
She's
That's
not-
the weird. Fame can change normal people into freaks. Just jerks. But I mean, now everyone wants to be famous because of YouTube. Thank you,
Thanks,
YouTube.
Thank you, YouTube. Thanks.
We love YouTube.
I never
Don't
wanna-
say anything bad about YouTube,
No,
Bonnie, whatever you do.
I have a show on YouTube. I have 2 shows. I have another one for
yes.
Stan Lee's
Yes.
network,
Yes, tell us
which
tell
is
us about
on
your
hiatus
projects.
until I figure out what I'm doing with my life. But that'll be a separate show called "What Is Bonnie Doing with Her Life."
I'd watch that. That sounds entertaining.
Yeah, it should be great. It's just me panicking at 3 in the morning.
So,
case-
Vaginal Fantasy is one of the shows?
Vaginal Fantasy. So it used to be on Geek and Sundry, which is Felicia Day's network, which then is a legendary.
Yes, just
got
like Nerdist.
with Nerdist, so
Yep.
it's all one big conglomerate.
Yep.
We moved the show off of Geek and Sundry so we could swear and drink more.
Nice.
Wait, they don't let you drink and swear on. You can swear and
Well-
drink here. You want a beer and some swearing?
I think we'll get there soon.
Okay,
Because
fair
I haven't
enough.
even. I've built like this is as far as I've gotten.
Oh my God.
Oh God. I feel like oh my God.
The commissioner is going to get really upset with you, Bonnie.
Okay, wait. So wait, I have a question. So
Hold
this is kind of like my
I have a flight at 6:30 today.
my first drawing book was called You Can Draw Star Wars for DK Publishing, and it was supposed to be for little kids, but ended up being for either kids that are geniuses or Michelangelo.
Okay.
And what it was, one of 3 steps to drawing the Death Star: circle, and
Another
then circle
circle?
with some squares, and then finished.
Okay.
So I'm getting that nightmare from this, where it's like, see this, where it's
Yeah.
like this and this. I've done
That's no
that.
problem. Yeah.
And I've done this.
Yeah.
But what's this?
No, that's next page then.
Okay, but what's this? Is this just what I'm building?
Yes, that's what
Okay.
you're building.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
So
was
it's
like-
giving you context.
I thought, wait a minute, but is it telling me how to?
No. It's like, you don't go from that to that.
Okay, because originally, you guys
I
are-
realize
I've been
it.
just going off of this, going, oh, it's just, oh.
Yeah, this is.
And I didn't realize, oh, there's directions.
Yeah.
Because usually
that's
when
why
I
the book
do
is
this,
so thick.
when I do this with small children, usually they're like, just put these 2 together. Hey Aunt
Oh,
Bonnie.
you're getting the grown-up
Hey Aunt Bonnie,
instructions.
put this together.
Oh.
They don't. I don't have a book. I have a 7-year-old saying, hey, hurry up,
Talking fast and being tiny.
hurry up, Aunt Bonnie. Yeah.
Oh, see, mine's only 2, so I don't have any sass back now. She just runs up and hugs your knees.
What's
and
it like
tells
to
you
have
she loves
kids?
you.
Because I just have a dog, and that's easy.
It's just like a dog, except for last night when she decided that she had the stomach flu at 8 o'clock and started throwing up everywhere.
That's
I couldn't just
horrible.
put her outside and hope she was okay.
But right.
You know, like the dog, you're just
I
like,
don't-
I'm going to put you in the laundry room now.
Honestly,
all good.
I baby my dog, so I think I would be a good mom because I do kind of.
If you're used to like dealing with
do try to keep
feces
them alive.
and occasional vomit, you're like half the way to
Yeah, I'm
having
really
a
good
kid.
at that.
Yeah.
But then again, I dated musicians for a long time, so.
Yeah, that helps too. It's the same thing.
90s drummers,
Children.
2-year-olds, and
Yeah.
dogs all kind of the same.
It's very, very
Yeah.
similar
So
mentalities.
Keith Moon types,
Yeah.
2-year-olds, dogs. Though I think out of all that mix, I'll stick with the dog.
The dog is much easier, and the dog is
So
always
much
happy
easier
to
to
see
walk.
you. Always happier to see you.
I don't know. Drummers are pretty happy to see you when you're the one that pays
Well,
for everything.
Fair enough.
Jeez.
And
What,
nothing against drummers. I'm sure there's some very, very responsible drummers out there. I'm sorry, that sounded bad.
It's
what
okay.
type of dog
They're
do you have?
drummers. We can replace them with a machine if they complain too much. Hold on.
Oh boy.
You just craft worked half your audience.
The thing I learned from playing Rock Band.
or nets are ebbed.
The thing I learned from playing Rock Band
Yes.
10 years ago is that lyricists are all idiots. Sorry, lyricists. Now I've gotten that.
They're the ones that make all the money, though.
I know, but then the drummers have the hardest job of the whole thing because really hard
No,
to
they
do
don't.
one thing with
They
one hand
really
and one thing
don't.
with another hand, and then your feet doing different things.
I will tell you,
that's impossible.
Drummers are the hardest people to find for a band because
Yeah.
everyone in San Francisco. I remember in the '90s, everyone had a zine or a band.
This was when musicians could still afford to live
Remember
here, right?
that? Yeah. So
Yeah.
when you could still afford, before this is the beginning of .com boom, which I was here for.
This was the first. I was here for the first .com boom.
so
and it was nice.
what was your .com company that you worked
I
for?
didn't. I worked for Future Publishing, so I worked for a print company.
Well, I
in the
sort of
.com
did.
boom.
The Net magazine, I started there.
Oh, you worked for yeah.
Yeah, and Wired. I did
So-
freelance for them, and then I moved out here primarily to work for At Home Network because Will Hearst was the CEO, and I really wanted to meet Patty Hearst.
From the Manson Patty Hearst.
Not Manson. Oh,
I'm sorry.
so much
I'm,
to learn. Now this is my minifig shaming.
Okay, no, that's
I
fine.
feel like
I
my
don't-
cult.
yeah, I don't know.
What's the symbol
Mansplain
for
away.
cult?
I don't know who Packers is.
Oh my.
Norm, you should know that because you're in publishing.
So you should know that because you live in San Francisco.
Well,
So basically, the Hearst family, there was this whole thing in the 70s where Patty was,
a cult, right?
well, basically, she was kidnapped, put in a closet, brainwashed to join a cult, and then when she resurfaced again, she had a beret and a jaunty beret.
resurface it.
and
She's
then-
like a revolutionary. then, right?
revolutionary because it's like that whole Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
Though some people thought this was all planned because one of the things was that she told her dad in a ransom video or whatever, hey, you need to give some money to the poor because the Hearst family was super rich.
Yeah. Publishing magnates.
Citizen Kane is based on loosely.
He will not say.
Loosely
Yeah,
based
Orson
on the
Welles
Hearst.
will never
But
say.
you know, when that movie came out, Hearst made sure none of the
Yes,
newspapers reviewed it,
yes.
so which instantly makes it more excitable for people to
Well,
go.
he didn't know about the
reverse
Streisand
Barbra
effect.
Yeah, anybody who has a book or a YouTube show or video game, if you ban it somewhere, it becomes even cooler. So people out there that want to ban things, just know you're helping us.
I only read banned books, so you know.
Most of the books, yeah, I mean, banned books are great. They're some of my favorite books. Anyway, so when I first came out here, At Home Network was started by Will Hearst, and that was the first internet cable company.
Internet cable.
Remember internet
Nobody's
cable?
gonna watch TV on the internet.
So internet cable was really fast internet before what you have now. Remember that?
well,
I guess
do
you
you
kind of
mean?
have it now.
we're running
cable?
on a cable internet connection right
Yeah,
now.
okay.
coaxial.
So we were the
yeah.
beginnings of that. So I had a show called Web Waste and Ask Bonnie. And I put all the Ask Bonnies on YouTube, so if you type in Ask Bonnie, you'll find the
cool.
show. And then there's Ask at Sock, which was, remember Syphil and Ollie on MTV?
Yeah.
It was a sock puppet show. And if I had a bad hair day, I would do this.
Some of my best
Honestly,
friends
I
are
should
sock
have a
puppets.
sock puppet doing this now, because I have a bad hair day right
You
now.
have a hard time with mouths. It's hard to like the sock.
You know, I
would think.
feel like sock puppets are pretty great because people will say anything to a sock puppet, so it was really easy to interview.
That's the Triumph the Comic Insult Dog secret, right? Is that
Yeah,
like
and
when you're
also-
talking to a puppet, your
You
defenses
see them
are
at
lowered.
conventions too.
Yeah,
If
and
you walk
also
around and-
Greg the Bunny. Do you remember the Greg the Bunny, the show that Seth Green was on?
Yeah.
Who would also? You should also have Seth Green on the show.
Well, I don't.
You should have Will Wheaton on the show.
Can't get those people.
I'm friends with them. I'll just talk them into it.
Put in a good word for us, Bonnie.
Okay. They'll see how much fun I'm having. So don't shame me anymore.
It's Norm did that.
Well, tell us
It's
about
all
that.
Norm. That Norm right
Norm.
I'm not
there.
building. I'm just building right now.
Don't you
I'm
dare
being
shame.
earnest.
This is usually much more about building.
Oh my God, you guys have gotten so far. Okay,
We're behind.
I built this much.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, okay.
We're under the gun. Norm's,
So, if you don't know about the Hearst family, I highly recommend you read up on. After this, I'll give you some recommendations.
give
of
us some
books to read.
links.
Because it is fascinating. It is San Francisco, Oakland history.
So-
and actually, if you just watch Drunk History, you know that YouTube show?
Yeah.
They have a Patty Hearst episode where Kristen Wiig plays Patty Hearst.
That sounds fabulous.
And it's amazing.
Did you watch the Lifetime show, the Lifetime movie?
Not yet. Is it good? I've been hearing some good things about it.
Our friend Gary watched it last weekend and said it was fabulous.
Okay.
So,
It was supposed to be a surprise.
well, there was a billboard in LA. It can't be that much.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying from before, like it was supposed to come out of nowhere, and then the week before it aired or something, and then the Sony leaks actually.
Oh, really? Messed that
really?
up?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Like imagine what the biggest if just like one day it popped up. I guess for a lot of people,
Is
that's
it
what
a
happened.
serious movie or a comedy? 'Cause-
I think it's a
it's a Lifetime movie
Because
that
I'm
is
seeing more and more Kristen Wiig doing serious stuff.
This is
Oh,
not.
it's a 6 year. It's
And
Will
then
Ferrell,
Will
right?
Ferrell, but Will Ferrell could be pulling a Punch Drunk Love like Adam Sandler did.
I don't think you would do
Remember
that with a Lifetime movie, though. I like Punch Drunk Love. That was a good movie.
But that wasn't a comedy at all.
No, it was super sad.
That was awkward.
I went and saw that
Kind
in
of
the
like
theater.
what he's probably going through right now with the Rose McGowan thing. This is all topical, by the way. So
Oh,
Rose
yeah.
McGowan tweeted that Adam Sandler sent out a really sexist note for casting.
No. The thing was the note. Her agent said, "Make sure you wear a low-cut shirt that shows lots of cleavage."
But this was coming. But this wasn't her agent that said it. It was coming from the production company, specifically from Adam Sandler, on notes of what kind of woman he wanted in his movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she didn't say it was Adam Sandler. She said it was somebody that rhymed with
rhymed-
Hand from Schlambler or
Yeah,
something.
rhymes with, which is always a
was-
great way to get
oh
away with
boy.
legal issues.
It took me a few minutes there. I was like, "Huh? I wonder." What...
Let me go through-
that?
right.
Let me go through all the vowels, all the
that doesn't
consonants.
sound like Michael Bay. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Michael Bay.
We used to
No,
hear
don't
him at
apologize to Michael
ILM
Bay.
screaming from down the hall
What did he
whenever
scream at?
Transformers was
You get like
happening.
more, bigger, more explosions.
No, there's
Make
a
it
lot
cooler.
of screaming.
Faster with more intensity.
Make
Oh,
it-
yeah, that's somebody
When I
else.
worked at Lucasfilm, you could always tell the ILM guys working on Transformers because they always kind of look like
Sad and broken.
battered. Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I feel like you remember if any of you have had a pet hamster or gerbil when it would get super scared of loud noises.
Yeah.
That's the ILM crew for Transformers
I
because
always-
of the screaming.
I always felt like I tried to like those movies, right? Like Norm, you and I went with Gary to see all of them
I
in the
watched-
theater
Not the
at
fourth
midnight.
one.
I just watched the most recent one
Oh my God.
with Marky Mark.
Barely a movie.
Oh my
and
god.
it's just so...
It's so bad.
No, it's great because as a writer, I'm just now doing more screenplays and TV writing. And I told my agent after I watched this, expect more screenplays from me because now I'm convinced I could write anything.
you're right.
Because
Oh,
this
yeah.
is crap.
The best line is when he says to Stanley Tucci, who plays like the evil Steve Jobs
Yeah, yeah.
character, and he says like, "I know you're a good person because you're an inventor like me."
Oh my god. Was he supposed to be like an Elon Musk kind of
No,
guy?
he was supposed to be like a
Steve
garage
Jobs?
inventor.
No, Steve
No,
Tucci.
no, the bad
Stanley
guy.
Tucci.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
See,
I
was
felt like
I
it was
think he was
an
supposed to be
Elon
like
Musk Jobs thing.
right, it was like a parody.
Which I love that's the new villain, is the guys that hire us to do stuff. I mean, these are the people that are making future. You know, this is SpaceX. These are the
Yes.
people making Teslas. These are people
Well-
making the electronics that we use today. And now all of a sudden, instead of making them
Well,
the
you gotta
next
have
god,
egos to do some of those things.
Like,
I love
I mean,
it.
Elon Musk's Twitter picture is him stroking a stuffed white Persian cat, right?
Didn't he just recently, I feel like I read an interview with him recently how he said he was lonely and looking for a wife, and I'm like, I want that to be a
I think
reality
he's married.
show.
Is
No.
No, he
Was he
was.
divorced?
I think he was married.
Yeah.
And there was the whole, what is it, Cameron Diaz thing?
Really? Cameron
Yes.
Diaz?
Yes.
Wow. Really?
Yes.
But I thought she was with somebody super young and hectory. I don't know.
You
This
know.
is where I feel like I fail as a girl not knowing this instantly, but
I-
and that's not a sexist comment. I should know this.
I don't think anybody should know this. I'm okay not
I bet
knowing
your wife
that.
knows. I bet if you texted her right now, she would know who Cameron Diaz is dating. I mean, if you're texting her, you probably could just look it up.
But it's more interesting if I do it the other way.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, how do you know the difference between light gray and dark gray from the manual? Is it all gray if it's gray, or
We-
is this just the shape, not necessarily the color?
We asked the Lego guy this, and he
Yes.
would not give a comment.
Oh,
Yes.
so
Those
this
are light
is-
gray.
So I stumped, huh?
So
I
these
think it's
look,
moving
it's
back.
the same color as the
does.
ones you have.
Oh, okay. So I just haven't opened
Yeah,
this.
you just have or it could be these over here too,
No,
the
it's
ones that I
that
stole
one.
from.
It's this
Okay,
bag.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're because see, you have light gray and dark gray.
They look very similar, both in person
So
and in the manual.
Okay.
this, if you look, that's dark gray, that's light gray.
Oh, I don't
See,
know.
I
Okay,
know.
I'll just ask you guys if I have
If
questions.
you, it's all we frequently consult each other.
Okay.
I'm doing a lot of sorting right now because that's the phase in which this part, which is fine.
Norm, there's no time for sorting.
So I have. Oh my God! Look how fast he's going.
Oh, this is slow.
So I have a question. This is a personal question.
Okay,
How many of you, or I guess there's only two of
there's
you.
two of us. Two.
Okay.
Okay.
How often have you stepped on Lego pieces in the middle of the night and thought, oh my God, that's gonna scar?
I have a 2-year-old who has Duplo blocks. You know Duplo, the big
Yeah, they're
giant
even-
ones.
yeah.
Those things are the worst. And
Oh, wow.
we have these rugs that have patterns on them.
Yeah.
So they get completely lost. Like these things, I could step on one of these things and I wouldn't feel anything.
Yeah.
Right. You step on a 2x2 Duplo block, I'm laying on the floor in
I
tears.
will tell you the two worst things I've ever stepped on in a toy room.
Okay.
That
This is a real specific list.
That I think caused scarring
Oh,
Really?
was those light bright pegs
Those things are bad, especially if
'Cause
they
it
get in the
breaks.
carpet. Yeah, and they're pointy.
and the tiny spirograph wheels.
I never had a spirograph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have these. They don't. You can buy these on eBay now.
They're probably a choking
But the
hazard or something.
vintage, well, the ones that you can buy now are supposed to be childproof because the problem was kids were eating the little ones.
Yeah.
Because kids, I guess, eat everything.
Kids will put
no,
anything in their
American
mouth.
kids eat everything. That's why we can't have Kinder eggs here in this country because
There's a
That's
why-
all the toys inside the.
that's
the
why
chocolate.
Cracker
in the
Jack.
chocolate,
Now
yeah.
you get a
Right.
freaking sticker instead of a cool toy.
Yeah, you used to get stuff made out of tin when I was a kid.
Yeah, that was the big thing, right? Was
You were of an age that you could have played with lawn darts as a child. Did you have
Oh
lawn
yeah,
darts?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up on a kind of a rural farm situation, so
What kind of farm, Bonnie?
it was my grandparents had a farm. I grew up in a rural place where there was more stray dogs than people.
Gotcha.
Where our mailman rode a horse. That should tell you
Really?
something right there. Yeah.
Oh man, that's okay. You
Welcome
you
to
win.
Kansas.
So I grew up in like tobacco and cow and pig and
Oh, so
chicken
the
country.
South.
So the South, yeah.
How do you feel about the flag? Are you okay with it
You
going away?
we haven't talked about this on the show yet, but this is something that we should explore.
Yeah.
I Well, I was never a Confederate flag waving Southerner because I always had the same. My parents from outside the area, so I didn't have an accent. So I was always an outcast from the beginning.
Okay.
That and not believing in God were two things that
Holy
were
cow, really?
unfriendly.
How were you not burned at the stake early on?
It's not that bad, really.
Okay.
But they taught us the states' rights bullshit in high school. And then the curriculum was set up in such a way that you never had to take American history someplace that they would tell you the truth.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. So I went to public college. I went to the University of Tennessee.
And that's the first you heard of some of that stuff?
No, I'd read books about it in the time, but I'd never really thought about it. And I distinctly remember getting a bad grade on a test in American history in 11th grade because they were like, what are the causes? What was the primary cause of the Civil War? States' rights, slavery, Abraham Lincoln's a jerk.
People not
clearly,
understanding that
Abraham Lincoln's
tobacco
a jerk.
plantations built this country.
Yeah, cotton won't farm itself.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Kind of hilarious, but also terrifying.
I only knew about the Confederate flag because of Dukes of Hazzard. And Kansas, of course, was on, if you know anything about Kansas history, it was split in half.
Part of the team.
Yeah, we were part of the let's free everybody. But then that's what I think the Jayhawk side. But then you have the Bushwhackers.
What's the Jayhawk side?
So
is Jayhawk the West or the East?
So the Jayhawks is the fictional bird. You know, the bird that doesn't really exist.
It doesn't. It's not a real. Well.
For the longest time, my dad made me think that bird existed, and I went looking for that bird in the field.
Yeah.
That bird does not exist. Just like the jackalope, which I thought the jackalope was a real rabbit with antlers.
It's not? Mm-mm. But Pixar made it short about it.
Yeah, no, not real.
Gina, my wife says a Madden brother, not the one that's dating Nicole Richie.
Oh, that's right. Well, no, Nicole Richie and Madden broke up. So, teen moment.
Yeah.
Actually, this isn't even teen. This is like 20-something moment, right? Because teen would be, what teens are popular right now?
Bieber.
Oh, Taylor Swift.
She's not a teen. She's 25.
So here's the thing. It doesn't matter.
What are popular with the teens?
I was on my friend Will Wheaton, I love saying that phrase. My friend Will Wheaton.
Yeah, when you were like 1990, when you were watching Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Did you see that? I just dropped a name. Boop. He has a show called Tabletop, which is kind of like this, but you play board games. Mm-hmm. And we were on the game that we did this season was called Geek Out. And it's basically like Trivial Pursuit, but you barter back and forth trying to figure out if you can name, like, it'll say, like, okay, the topic is superheroes with the main color of yellow in their outfit. And you're like, oh, I can name
Yellow
6.
jacket.
I can name. And they're like,
start with the obvious.
So you say,
Wolverine.
I can name 6, right?
Yes.
And I'm like, well, I can name 20. And you're like, do it. And
it's like that.
It's like the metagame.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that Pirates game with the Pirates of the Caribbean dice game.
Oh, is it a lot of bluffing in that?
The bluffing one, like threes,
okay.
whatever it's
like,
called.
Yeah.
With yellow in it, that's every X-Men ever. That's like
it has to be the main color. Can't be an accent color.
Oh, it can't be an accent color.
So
that opens it up.
I like this game,
and it has
though.
to be a hero, not a villain.
Okay.
So
but everybody's a hero and a villain at some point.
No, can't be an anti-hero. It has to be a pretty obvious hero. It can't be like a Deadpool.
Who's
situation.
the judger on this situation?
Well, that's the thing. There's no list of answers.
You don't have an impartial,
no.
nobody's, is it group consensus
No,
decides?
so basically you're just arguing the whole time. And a lot of bluffing.
So it's like playing
I'm
werewolf.
Oh, I can name 15, and then Will's like, well, I can name 20. I'm like, great.
Yes.
And then he had a hard time naming them, and then when he finally named them, he's like, could you? I'm like, no. Bluffing. But anyway, the point is, before we did the show, I stayed at their house, and Ann Wheaton, his wife, was my partner she was my team member for that episode. And I was really worried there was going to be sports questions. And he's like, no, we're not going to do sports questions. It's not going to be that kind of thing. I'm like, is there going to be a Taylor Swift question? He's like, I don't think so. And as soon as he said that, I'm like, oh my God, there's going to be a Taylor Swift. And I didn't know anything about her, so I memorized her wiki page.
Oh, fantastic.
It's good.
And so when it came up, name 5 Taylor Swift songs,
Taylor Swift's great.
I was like, I could do that. And of course, no one else at the table could.
And they didn't try to bluff you out of it?
Because they were like, we're not even going to.
Not even try.
We know that you were humming last night.
So I have reached a point where I need to have the first part of the last one. So I'm
if
gonna.
you see it, grab it.
Would you-
But I'm starting to think I'm missing stuff because there's certain pieces that I don't think exist, and I think I'm doing this wrong.
No, you got
Because
it.
this is supposed to be extending out. Why is that
I
not
see what's
extending
happening.
out?
You used 4 ones, and you needed these guys. So pop these guys off and use
thank
them
you so
instead.
much.
I think
That
you
was
need to
good.
go back to page 31
I'm
and
gonna
do
go back. I'm
31.
gonna just
Thank you,
reach. I
sir.
apologize.
Take whatever. No. Take whatever you see that you need.
Are you going back to page 31?
I just went back to page 31.
Awesome.
Is that code for something?
No. It means that I literally turned to page 31 in the instruction manual.
okay. I didn't know if that was
That's like a very sci-fi TV show. Like,
and all of a sudden, all the Jedi are dead.
it's order.
Yeah.
Was it not order 66?
It's order 66, right?
What's the order? So if everything in Lego immediately just breaks, is
Right.
that
That's
what Lego-
31.
31.
Order 31.
Okay.
Stand back,
Hey, it
non-believers.
could happen. It could happen. I'm not. Anyway, so that was my Taylor Swift story because I didn't know anything about her. Now I'm addicted to her.
We spent a long
She's
time.
a weird She's kind of like lyrical crack. Like she really is
It's
talented.
like it's like early '80s Madonna. Is
yeah,
what I always
it
think
totally
of, right?
is. It totally is. Or one of the Go-Go's.
Belinda Carlisle.
Maybe. I'm pro Jane. That's just. So Jane used to live in San Francisco. Another one of my friends who's now moving, and she's moving to Hawaii. So now I don't have.
You don't have an ex-go-go friend?
I don't have an ex-Go.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
This is
Everyone's
a
moving.
thing that everybody has to like.
It's like basically we're the last vestige. I feel like Blade Runner, where we're all Deckard,
Yeah.
like staying put. We're not
Yeah.
going to the off-world colonies.
No.
We're here.
Yeah, we're
not going anywhere.
We're with the humans.
Yep.
Yeah, except we don't
having
have
some good noodles.
We don't have any cheap rent. Oh my God, I did the noodle thing with. I live in a neighborhood that has a lot of noodle joints.
Okay.
And
What,
one of
hold on,
the
what kind of noodles? Like
Rocky.
Vietnamese, ramen.
all of it, udon, everything.
Like Richmond or?
well, I don't want people
Oh, okay.
to find me.
Yeah. No, we'll discuss
I've
this
got
at lunch.
stalkers,
I'm
you
always
know.
looking for good noodle joints.
My exact.
This is the takeaway.
We'll talk offline.
Okay.
But anyway, one of the chefs is a big Blade Runner fan, and every time I go in there, if it's raining and I ask for something, he'll do the 2, 1, 4, that whole thing, the whole speech.
Really?
Bourdain is doing that.
Yeah.
Bourdain is opening a restaurant that's like.
No.
Blade Runner
I
restaurant?
investigated this.
Oh,
it's not a Blade Runner
Oh,
thing.
I'm so disappointed.
What happened was one blogger, it only takes one blogger to say something
echo
wrong,
chamber.
and then no one does fact checking.
Yes.
Here's the
Why
problem.
would you fact check? The users will do that
Here's
for
the
you.
problem. Fact checking has gone the way of the dodo when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to internet reporting. And I found this out because I'm old school, so I actually say, wait a minute.
You called someone.
There's no way we're getting a Blade Runner themed restaurant.
yeah.
It's not happening. I know that we're getting another movie.
Right.
But that's not
what
happening.
Even inspired by the aesthetic?
That's what it was. So it was
got
a lot of neon, and it's going to be
Yeah.
outside, and it's based on Tokyo type outdoor.
Which is like production
either Tokyo
design.
or Singapore. I don't remember which.
But
And-
you could like construe it. I mean, the Blade Runner fans are going to go there anyway.
I mean, I'm going to
Yeah.
go there. I'll go anywhere Bourdain tells me to, quite honestly.
Right. This is a way, like going where Bourdain tells you is not a bad way to live your
No,
life. It
because
turns
he's really,
out.
yeah, I mean.
Maybe not.
and he
Myanmar.
knows that he ruins places. It's kind of like that, what was that Rick Steves? Remember that guy that looks like a shop teacher and he was like the PBS tour
Guy Fieri.
guide? And he was like, he had the weird glasses and fanny pack and dad jeans.
Wow, we were. Hey,
This is
now-
before,
places?
you know
Hold
what
on,
I'm talking
dad
about.
jeans. Come on.
Are you wearing, what
No,
are you wearing?
I'm not wearing dad jeans.
What are you wearing?
I have
You're
tailor-
not wearing pants, are you?
Why would I wear pants?
Lederhosen.
Oh, I wish I was wearing lederhosen. That would be amazing.
That, Chewbacca almost did.
Wait, what? He was too obscene in the.
Yeah,
just
there
the-
were notes from the not producers, but the studio sent notes back to George Lucas all the time about things they wanted changed, and George just ignored it because George is awesome. But one of the things they're like, we can't have a naked character because even though he's covered in all fur
Yes.
and has the bandolier.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so they
The
wanted,
fact that he
they
had a
wanted
bandolier was like acknowledging the
close.
fact that he had.
Close.
Yeah. All right.
So they wanted to force him to wear
You can't make Chewbacca wear
No.
pants.
lederhosen.
oh my god.
Not even pants.
Right.
I don't know
Lederhosen
who
are
came
Like
up
that
with
was a brilliant
lederhosen.
solution.
Okay, so I'm missing some things like these light gray.
Okay.
Do you see any more of these? I see
Is
one.
it look under your manual is always a good one? No.
These are all dark. See, that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you know?
Those are definitely you know
See,
what?
because these are dark.
You know what?
Or
Those
do you
might
do
be
light?
that whole thing.
Or is this all supposed to be dark? And I've
No,
been doing
'cause
the
you
wrong
don't have the
color.
dark
No,
pieces.
it's definitely.
This is what I'm building, just so you know.
Yep. The
If
shield
you're
logo.
following around, that's.
It's not this one.
I know I have like 20 cameras on me.
What?
Well, here's the thing, like,
Oh, it's too
it's
short.
not dark.
it's too
It's
short,
a
and
three hair.
but I'm not seeing.
Hold on.
Is this like when I make the puzzle and then there's like 5 pieces missing?
No, Lego's never wrong.
This happened to me when I did the Murder She Wrote puzzle.
We've had Lego wrong once. One mistake.
So maybe these should be dark and not
Or
light.
2, 3.
No, you don't have enough of those dark
4.
pieces, though.
See, this is what I'm.
You're
Yeah.
missing a 3.
It's okay. We can skip, and if we find it, if it
Okay.
shows up.
Yeah, that's the shield
Well,
thing.
Yes.
but I'm building on top of this though. So if we skip
No, you're flipping
it,
around.
No,
You're flipping
yeah.
Okay, because I don't want the Helicarrier to. I don't want this to be a Death Star trench run situation where I
Right.
get blamed, but the rebels.
Right, you left the cap off the exhaust port.
I'm the one that made it possible for the rebels to blow up our Helicarrier.
The shield logo is just like,
Look.
it's not even part of the ship.
Because I'm convinced that's how Death Star blew up. Someone was like, I'll put the piece in later.
We'll find out in the next movie, Rebel One, because it's about the
Rogue One.
Rogue One, because they're stealing.
It doesn't
the Death
matter.
Star
We're getting
plans.
like 20 new movies.
Here's-
You could just say something and it'll be like.
Here's the thing, Bonnie. The Shield Helicarrier is run by a fascist multinational. So if you leave some sort of horrible weakness in the thing, it's for the best.
All right.
You're saving us all a lot of pain and
All
suffering.
right. I'm saving taxpayer money.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
We're just gonna have to work harder to blow it up later if you don't leave some sort of horrible weakness in.
Oh, jeez.
It's for the kids.
So I do crafts for a living, and you would think that this would be simple for me, but I'm used to working with like pipe cleaners, which, by the way,
I
you
like
should
pipe
know this
cleaners.
as a dad. They don't call them that anymore.
What do they call
They're
them?
called chenille stems.
the-
Because
what the- what?
parents
What?
don't want kids to know about pipes and the cleaning of them. Because that's more of a junior high meth craft, apparently.
I mean,
Mary Poppins.
we're in Northern California.
I
Everybody
know.
has to have pipe cleaners.
Well, we're hipster. Half the parents are hipsters. They all have these artisanal pipes, or they're Sherlock fans, and they've got
Right.
some sort of.
They're like hand blew their own
Situation.
glass pipe.
So do kids have shop still? Is shop
No, they
in
don't know.
Womack?
It's a problem.
Did they get rid of it for computers?
The lack of shop is a real problem.
So that's where I learned that I'm really good at making ashtrays. Which is
Did you do
basically
you carved
any
them
craft
in,
that's
like-
crap your mom turns into
You just
an
make a
ashtray.
bowl out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents used to smoke. We made that. We
Well, not smoke. Like, I'm just talking like...
No, but I mean, we brought ashtrays. Like, we would take clay in art class when I was a kid, and you'd bring it home, and then
Yeah.
it'd be an ashtray.
Yeah.
And Mom would use it for like 6 months, and then it would disappear. And
But
then
my
she stopped
dad
smoking.
still uses the metal spatula I made.
Really?
In Metalworks, yeah.
See,
How cool is that?
I really messed
And-
up in high school because I didn't take shop classes.
Oh,
Because I
it was
took
required where I was.
really.
Yeah, in Kansas and Colorado, definitely Kansas, it was all required that, and this was 1970s, I'm not old, that the boys definitely had to take home ec, so that's cooking, sewing,
That's an
all that.
incredibly useful skill.
And the girls had to take mechanics, woodworking, metalworking, and leatherwork.
See, that's super
I
cool.
wish we
'cause-
had those classes.
So I made like
Yeah.
a wallet that had all the members of Duran Duran, their names on it.
I bet that the leatherwork shit. Like I'm picturing like a crusty old guy chomping a cigar stub.
No. Well,
Okay.
that was our metalworks guy, but our leatherworks guy was like somebody straight out of like, I don't know, a macrame model book. Like he.
I don't even know what that is.
He
but-
looked like he kind of looked like a cross between, Tom Selleck and a Doobie Brother.
so
to be
long
honest.
hair.
So
and a
Jesus,
mustache.
he looked like
Yeah.
Jesus, basically. Just think Jesus.
He looked like what's his name from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, and then our shop teacher was always missing a finger. He was missing a finger, which is a good indicator
good,
that
yeah.
shop's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
So that was like my first bout with woodworking was I went to take classes, and when I got to the place that's up in Marin filled with crusty old guys
Yeah.
that are sitting around and they have a bunch of cool shop stuff and there's a couple
There's
and I
Steely
looked
Dan
around
playing.
I looked around and like everybody's missing the tip of a finger.
Yeah.
It's like maybe this isn't for me. I use my fingers for work.
Yeah.
I need to type.
But here's the thing, like I have so many craft injuries. It looks like I'm either a cutter or I've had some sort of like I was goth for too long or whatever. That's a sewing.
How
You see
long
that
is too
scar?
long?
See that scar right there?
Yeah,
That's
sewing.
a sewing needle. That's a sewing machine accident. So
pretty
sewing machines
big.
and I don't get along.
You
so
can
I
do
have a
bad
lot
things.
of scars from sewing machines and I bobbing
Oh
of
my
pain.
goodness.
So my family business my parents ran, they had embroidery machines, and they did it
Oh,
like,
those are
like
vicious.
the 12 head, 14 head,
Yep.
16 head embroidery machines, and they each had 6 needles on them.
Yep.
So because you do 6 different colors of thread at a time, and you had to go through and change
Yep.
the thread, and this was child labor. It's of course what it's
Oh,
for. But yeah, if you hit one of those, super bad things. We had a woman who worked back in the back one year stitch her finger.
Oh my God, this piece is ridiculous. Look at this engineering that's going on here. Lego.
Yeah,
are you
it's
trying
like a
going on?
Leonardo da Vinci moment right now.
What the?
Down a little bit, Norm.
Yes.
Down. Yeah, there you go.
Here, I'll do the QVC thing where I'm like, I should have had my nails done so I could do the fan of white. I'm using
Actually,
references no one's going to get.
Getting your nails done before this is almost always a mistake. It turns out.
I almost did
Veronica
that.
explained that to us.
I did that
midway
for
through.
tabletop. I have a line of nail wraps, which are stickers that you put on your nails if you're not wanting to do nail polish.
Okay.
And it's basically like kind of like Lee press-on nails, which were from the 80s. You know,
I
that were
remember
fake
those. Yeah.
nails,
They,
which I love.
They're indestructible.
We used to get them and flick them at people in homeroom.
Nice.
So we always thought of Lee press-on nails as kind of like ammunition.
They're weapons.
Yeah, it's weapons. Basically, in junior high, everything's a weapon. So
I mean,
let's be honest.
it's a metaphor for humanity. In a lot of
I
ways.
used to have braces, the 1970s metal braces.
Oh, wow.
That when you had to put the rubber bands in the back. So I could figure out how if you pop your jaw, you could hit people with those rubber bands.
I never had the rubber bands. I was
Yeah.
always really bummed because I thought that
No,
people would
I'm-
use them to shoot stuff.
I'm slowly being poisoned right now from my fillings. Yeah,
really?
The mercury killing. Mercury's making me crazy. Okay, so I'm missing a piece and I need your help.
Okay.
Because I'm going insane trying to find this.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you're probably not missing a
It's
piece,
the hingy.
but it's okay.
It's this hingy piece. See this?
Okay.
2x2 with a little circle in the middle that makes it.
Let's see.
And I can't find it. I've been staring at the Lego
Which
for
of
too
these
long.
things is not like the other?
Yeah, right? Unless it's this and it's just separate.
No,
No.
no.
I don't have to put this together,
Are you missing
right?
a bag? Do we not open a bag? Like sometimes.
Wait, is this bag 10? Is that what that means?
No.
Oh.
Just page,
Step 10.
Step 10. Yes.
Okay, so do you see what I'm saying? It's this little,
Okay.
and I'm not seeing it.
There it is. Right there.
Oh.
It's folded up.
Oh, Lego! Making me crazy!
When we do these Lego builds, I just want to keep screaming Lego my ego.
Is there such a thing as therapy for people that have gone crazy from trying to do Lego kits?
I'm sure.
we would-
If
everything.
not, I
Yeah.
think we just
Rule 34.
stumbled on to something new.
Probably slash fiction
Money
about it.
They
making
just made you build more
opportunity.
Lego.
They lock you in a room with a lot of Lego.
Well,
They're
no,
like,
people-
well, we'll see you in 10
why-
years.
People build Lego to
Good
de-stress.
luck.
So
This is like
it's the
the
opposite.
Stanford prison experiment, but with Lego. But I can't wait to see that movie when that comes out, by the way.
What, the Lego movie?
No, the
it's already out.
Stanford experiment.
Oh, the Stanford
But
Prison
wouldn't it be
Lego
great
movie?
if they did a Lego movie of that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I
Come
feel
on,
like
Lego.
that's probably on YouTube, actually.
Is there?
Like somebody recreated the Stanford Prison Experiment in
Well,
Lego.
no. That movie is coming out.
What
They're
is the
doing a
Stanford
movie.
prison experiment?
Norm? Really?
Well, that was another 70s thing, right?
But everybody
So
knows that. You
70s.
learn that. Did you not take psychology?
Did you take psychology in college?
Yes.
Okay, so
I probably know about it, but I
so
don't know by that
basically,
name.
it's a standard. It's this well-known documented case. Did it take? It wasn't in Stanford.
No,
was
it was. It's called the
Harvard?
Stanford Prison Experiment
Oh,
because
right,
it happened at Stanford. So a
Oh my God.
psychologist.
So psychologists thought,
Yeah.
okay, why don't we find out guard versus prisoner mentality?
It was more about like the idea is like people Nazis. I think was the specific
Yeah, it was
example.
basically.
Wait, is this the tell people to
Tell
push
people
buttons
to shock
inflict-
people.
Oh yes.
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 But it wasn't just the shock thing. It was basically they divided up the students from they had half are prison guards, half are prisoners, and then put them in a situation where they had to live like that for I don't even know how long the experiment lasted.
Oh wait.
But
so
then
it's
they
not that
found
one.
out that people took it so seriously that there were people were getting abused and injured,
God.
and they basically
Sounds
mentally flipped out, thinking,
Well, the way they tested it though. After they did the acclimatization
Yes.
period, they told the prisoners, okay, we're going to put you in a room, we're going to hook you up to a bunch of electrodes. They're not going to do anything.
right.
But then when the light comes on in the room, you have to scream and act like you're in incredible agony.
Yeah.
Right.
And in the other room, they had people telling the guards it's okay to shock them. This
Yes,
isn't going
you
to
follow
cause
the
permanent
instructions.
Yeah.
damage.
People-
follow the instructions no
Yeah.
matter what.
Yeah.
And they always
And
follow
people
the
always
instructions.
followed the instructions.
Yes, because it gives them permission,
Right.
even if human suffering is yes.
There you go.
And
So I did
thus
see a
ends.
trailer for that.
Yeah, so
It
that was a real thing, and now they're making a movie of it.
It's a biopic. Some famous people are in it.
You mean a biopic?
Yeah, it's not a Billy Crudup type actor.
It seems like that seems like
no.
something.
We're
Billy
the
Crudup would
worst
sign up for.
IMDb.
It was
like,
at
thing,
the SF
though.
International Film Festival.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
So when I'm procrastinating, when I should be writing and filling deadlines like I'm supposed to as a real freelancer that wants to pay rent, I watch trailers all night.
I can see that.
So yeah. So.
Oh my god, I fucked up.
That's not good.
But that
There's
was
no
one of the trailers that was coming out. I'm really super excited for. I can't remember the name of the movie now. Ultra. Max Landis wrote the screenplay. It's about two stoners One of them basically, it's like Last
It's Kristen Stewart and
Eisenberg.
Jesse
and
Eisenberg.
it's kind of like
It's like Adventureland 2?
No. Remember that movie where with Gina Davis, where she's the secret agent and she doesn't know she's a sleeper agent until something happens, and then she comes out of it. And she's like a house mom. Last Kiss Goodbye.
Last
or
Kiss
something.
Goodbye with Sam Jackson.
Last Kiss Goodnight or something like that.
Last Kiss Goodnight. It's Remy. What's his name? Her husband or ex-husband? The Cutthroat Island guy.
Yeah. So this is a movie like that, but instead of a housewife, it's a stoner that works at like a gas and sip.
Perfect. So it's like Floyd from True Romance.
And then Connie, what's her toes? It's in Nashville.
Brixton?
Yeah.
Britain.
Britain.
Friday Night Lights.
She
Connie.
basically, or Nashville, depending on what you're watching now.
We watched Nashville as well.
I love Nashville. She basically triggers his
sleeper
agent. So he goes from, and he has a stoner girlfriend, which is Kristen Stewart.
Okay,
so
that
basically,
fits.
it switches, and he all of a sudden can kill people, and now everyone's after him. And Topher Grace plays like the CIA agent that's in charge of him.
Handler.
Topher's awesome. Let me tell you something about Topher.
Oh my God.
He seems like a nice kid.
Topher made a Star Wars film.
Fan cut.
The fan cut film. His fan cut film. That was his version of what he thought. Was it the prequel? Should be.
It was the
prequels. Everything is his edit of all the movies
and
together.
I wasn't in LA when he showed it to every
only
one of my
screened it.
friends that got to see it. But they all like texted me, and I think I was still working at Lucasfilm at the time. They all texted me and said, "Oh, this is amazing, Topher." And I interviewed Topher once when he was still on the '70s show. I interviewed him at Skywalker
Oh, right, because he was a
Ranch.
huge Star Wars fan on the show.
Yeah, he is in real life.
Well,
and
who isn't?
He's really close friends with Kyle Newman, who who directed Fanboys. Ernie
Right.
Klein wrote the screenplay, who did Ready Player
Really?
One.
I didn't like the movie.
That's okay, but Ready Player One is Ernest Klein's one,
Right.
and then he has a new one
I didn't know
called
he Armada.
I just reread that.
Armada's
Armada's
new.
coming out next week.
The
Yeah.
audiobooks for both of those.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't know that Ernie Klein wrote Fanboys.
Yeah, and it was a screenplay contest for Kevin Spacey had a contest for his production company, and Dana Bruletti was the producer, who was also his. I think it was Kevin Spacey's not assistant, but like his right hand man, and that's how Dana got into producing, and now Dana is like this award-winning producer.
Yeah.
Super producers.
Yeah, it's just so fun to see people that I know
Bonnie.
become super famous and rich, and I'm not.
But you're still in
But
San
I'm here.
Francisco.
But you're here.
Hey, I'm on like the coolest YouTube show now.
You're
and they're
building
not.
Lego for a living. Or,
Yeah.
well, actually, I mean, you get to take the helicarrier
I'm
on
a
when
starving
we're done.
writer, but at least I get to starve with other cool people that build Legos, so it's all right.
That, I think, is maybe a great time for us to
Great segue to
take a
talk
break.
about-
Now, Bonnie,
Time to eat.
you have some books out. You're working on books now. So where can people
Star
find
Wars,
out?
if you go to Amazon.com and just look up Bonnie Burton, I have an Amazon author page, and you can see all my books. I published 6, and then I'm in a couple anthologies as well. I always am in my friends' books if they are doing like a essay book or something like that. Right now, I'm so lazy. I'm just doing author quotes on the back of books. So I'm like, I could do that. I can read your book and give you a quote. Sure, why not? So I'm like on 20 of those, but that are all coming out. I'm on a Munchkin anthology. Do you know the card game?
card game?
Yeah.
So there's an essay book coming out of that of different reasons to love that game. Oh my God, this is so Leonardo da Vinci. Show that
ridiculous.
off.
Yeah, I think
I feel like you could.
This is the most
that a
we've.
steam engine?
It is some type of mechanical.
Does
It's all
does this actually move? Like, is this a working helicarrier?
Well, just like with the Death Star playset.
It has a real
Dollhouse.
laser.
Yeah.
It can really kill
Put
you.
your goggles on before you
Yeah.
fire it up. No, but there's always cool mechanical stuff. That's the thing I love about building Lego.
Yeah.
Is that there's all this weird kind of like.
It works.
Yeah, weird
Yeah.
mechanical-y stuff.
Anyway, so yeah, I did the Star Wars craft book, which is it's on a Random House craft book, and it came out a while ago, but it's still doing really well. I think it's in its 3rd or 4th printing or something like
That's
that.
awesome.
Sadly, I don't get any royalties off of Star Wars books. That's a Lucasfilm rule. Unless your last name is Lucas or Sansweet, I suppose.
You don't get royalties.
You
No
just get-
royalties. I
That's
just got
just your name out
flat.
there?
I just got a flat fee because that was that wasn't part of my job at Lucasfilm. That was me begging to write books. So I did the You Can Draw Star Wars and Draw, which is DK Publishing.
Yep.
And then a much easier drawing book for kids or beginners from Klutz Books. Draw Star Wars Clone Wars.
Okay.
So if you're a big Clone Wars fan, that book's out.
Very cool. Is it the Clone Wars, the animation, the CG style?
Dave Filoni.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, the
nice.
Dave Filoni style. So it's got all the characters from Clone Wars, at least the first few seasons. And then I did some easy reader books. So you have a little one.
Yes.
So when she starts to read, it's a DK reader. It's called Planets in Peril. It's a Clone Wars easy reader.
Cool.
So I did a few of those, and then
We've got to talk about introducing kids to Star Wars next episode.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I want to.
do you want to know my opinion on how to do that?
I think we should talk about it next time.
We're going to save it for next
We're
time.
gonna get sorry cliffhanger.
right.
Sorry
Cliffhanger episode. Again, this is going to be a lot of fun the rest of the week.
We've got a lot of
We got
building
a lot
to
of
do,
building
guys.
to do. You can watch the rest of this series on tested.com. If you're not a member yet, go to tested.com. Tested.com/membership, where we're also running that Comic-Con offer. Adam's poster, his ILM Toolbox line
It's on
drawing.
scissor lifts. It's gorgeous. It's line art. It has a list of all the tools. You should totally
Beautiful.
get that.
Bonnie, thank you for coming today and for the rest of this week. And
Sure.
And
Oh my
let's-
goodness.
Wait, am I living here now?
Yeah,
I should have brought my
we've
dog.
annexed you. I'm sorry.
I feel like this is going to be like 5 years later.
a long
Our
time
long
ago.
national nightmare.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks.